Hi there. Ever wonder why you're working so hard, but still broke? It's not bad luck. It's not your boss. It's not the economy. Sometimes it's the habits you think are normal that are secretly destroying your bank account. From overpriced iPhones to dating someone with champagne taste and a lemonade budget. In this video, we're breaking down the 16 habits keeping you stuck in the cycle of being broke. And don't worry, this isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. Because once you see these habits, you'll never look at your money the same way again. Stick around till the end. Number 1. Buying an expensive house. Everyone dreams of that perfect home. The big backyard, open kitchen, and maybe even a pool. But here's the harsh truth. Buying an expensive house too early can silently drain your wealth. It's not just the price tag, it's the mortgage, the property taxes, the maintenance, the insurance, and don't forget the upgrades you'll feel pressured to do just to fit in with the neighborhood. Let's say you stretch your budget and buy a $750,000 home in a trendy area. Your monthly mortgage, easily over $4,000. Add utilities, HOA, and maintenance, and you're looking at $5,000 to $6,000 a month just to live there. And guess what? If your income takes even a small dip, maybe a layoff or a medical emergency, your dream home becomes a financial trap. They call it being house poor. You own the house, but the house owns your freedom. Instead of building wealth, you're just servicing debt. You could have used that extra money to, invest in index funds, start a side hustle, build an emergency fund, pay off student loans or credit cards. But now, it's all tied up in bricks and drywall. Pro tip, buy a home you can comfortably afford on one income, not your combined maxed out salary, and never let your ego pick your zip code. Remember, wealth isn't about what you own, it's about what you keep. A modest home with no stress, a luxury home with constant financial pressure. So before you fall in love with that Instagram-worthy kitchen, ask yourself this: do I want to impress others or build real freedom? Number 2. Luxury cars, the silent wealth killers. Let me explain. That new Mercedes? Yeah, it looks like success, but it could be the most expensive illusion you ever buy. Here's the thing. A luxury car isn't just about the price tag, it's a lifestyle commitment. You're not just paying for 4 wheels, you're paying for premium gas, high-end insurance, expensive parts, frequent maintenance, and hefty depreciation. Most luxury cars lose 50 to 60% of their value in just 5 years. So that $70,000 car, soon worth barely $30,000, but you're still paying off the loan with interest. Now imagine this. You're driving a car that costs more per month than your 401k contribution. Your money's in the garage, not in the market. Pro tip, buy a reliable car, not a status symbol. If it gets you from point A to wealth, that's all that matters. Want luxury? Let your investments buy your future luxury, not your income. Don't fall for the trap of fake rich. Looking rich isn't the same as being rich. Real wealth whispers. It doesn't rev its engine at every red light. 3. Branded clothes, the style trap that costs you wealth. Let's be real. Everyone likes to look good, but if you think that $900 designer hoodie is helping your image, it might be quietly destroying your net worth. Branded clothes are designed to sell you a feeling, status, success, exclusivity. But what they don't tell you is, you're trading real wealth for temporary approval. Here's the harsh reality. You're wearing your savings. You're wrapping your debt in cotton and calling it confidence. Do you know how many people are wearing Balenciaga and bouncing rent checks? Plenty. And those influencers showing off $5,000 outfits. Many of them are getting paid to market your insecurity back to you. Pro tip, being well-dressed has nothing to do with wearing designer brands. It's about fit, cleanliness, and confidence. You don't need logos to look valuable. And truth is, real wealth doesn't scream. It doesn't need a $1,200 sneaker to feel important. Warren Buffett wears the same basic clothes year after year. Meanwhile, broke people chase trends like it's financial cardio. Instead, build a capsule wardrobe. Neutral, quality basics. Timeless pieces, clothes that make you look good, not just the brand. Put the rest of that cash into your Roth IRA, real estate, or starting your business. Because remember, branded clothes might cost hundreds, but wealth? It's always in style. Don't fall for the trap. Coming up next, another normal habit that could be keeping you poor without you even noticing. Number 4. Buying the new iPhone every year. The $1,200 habit that adds zero value. A new iPhone drops. Suddenly, your perfectly fine phone starts to feel outdated. Your camera still works. Your battery's okay. But somehow, you're already thinking, I need that upgrade. Here's the reality. Buying a brand new iPhone every year, it's a luxury disguised as a lifestyle essential, and it's draining you more than you think. That's $6,000 gone in just 5 years. $6,000 that could have been sitting in an S&P 500 index fund, compounding silently. Instead, it's in a drawer next to your old iPhones. Pro tip, buy a new phone when yours stops working, not when Tim Cook tells you to. Skip the hype. Your bank account will thank you. And no, buying it on a monthly plan doesn't make it cheap. You're still paying the full price, just in slower, more forgettable doses. It's not just the phone. Add AppleCare, a $60 case, maybe a MagSafe charger. Oh, and those shiny new AirPods too. You're easily in $1,500 territory. Let me tell you a fun fact. Warren Buffett used a flip phone until 2020. You think he was worried about camera megapixels? It's not about never upgrading. It's about upgrading intentionally. If your phone works, your apps run, and your camera still snaps clear selfies, you're not behind, you're ahead, financially. So next time that pre-order link tempts you, ask yourself, is this a tool or a status symbol? Because smart money moves never go out of style. Number 5. Timeshares. The vacation trap that never ends. It always starts the same way. You're on vacation. You're relaxed. You're offered a free lunch or a gift card to attend a quick 90-minute presentation. 4 hours later, you've just signed up for a timeshare. Let's break it down. A timeshare is not an investment. It's a lifetime bill with limited value. You're paying a massive upfront fee, $10,000 to $30,000. Annual maintenance fees, $800 to $1,500 and rising. Booking restrictions, zero resale market, and you don't even own real property. You're just renting time. Oh, and that dream vacation you were promised? Good luck booking it during holidays or peak season. You're competing with thousands of other owners for the same dates. Here's the kicker. Most timeshares have no resale value. Try listing it, you might actually have to pay someone to take it off your hands. That's why the internet is full of companies charging $5,000 plus to help you escape the contract you were talked into during a sunny afternoon. Pro tip. Instead of locking into one overpriced location, use cashback travel cards, hotel rewards, flexible Airbnb stays, and travel when and where you want. Freedom is priceless. A timeshare? Not so much. If someone needs to give you a gift card to listen to their offer, it's probably not a great deal. Number 6. Credit card debt. The silent killer of your financial future. Swipe now, worry later. That's the lie millions of Americans fall for every single day. Credit cards feel like freedom, but for most people, they're a trap in your pocket, disguised as convenience. Here's a cold, hard truth. The average American has over $7,000 in credit card debt, and many are paying 20% to 30% interest, just to owe the same money month after month. Let's break it down. Spend $5,000 on a trip, gadgets, or clothes. Pay only the minimum? It could take 10 plus years to pay off, and you'll end up giving the bank double what you borrowed. Credit card debt doesn't just cost money. It kills your credit score, stresses your mental health, and robs your future choices. Pro tip. If you can't pay it off in full every month, you can't afford it. That's not being harsh. It's being financially smart. But here's the thing. Credit cards aren't evil. Bad habits are. Used wisely, they build your credit, earn rewards, offer buyer protection. But used carelessly, they turn into financial quicksand. Don't buy things you can't afford to impress people you don't even like with money you haven't earned yet. Stop using the cards immediately. Make more than the minimum payment. Use the avalanche or snowball method. Consider a 0% balance transfer card. Cut your spending ruthlessly. Short-term pain, long-term gain. Credit card debt is a silent wealth killer, but you can fight back. One payment, one habit, one choice at a time. Number 7. Unused subscriptions. The invisible leaks in your bank account. It starts with a free trial, then a few bucks a month, then another app, and another. Before you know it, you're paying $300 a month for stuff you forgot you even subscribed to. That unused gym membership, that second streaming service you barely touch, that cloud storage you never cleaned out, all of it is eating your wealth, one invisible charge at a time. Here's the thing. These charges don't feel painful because they're small, but small leaks sink big ships. Just $250 a month in unused subscriptions is $3,000 a year. That's an extra Roth IRA contribution, a vacation, or your emergency fund fully topped up. Pro tip. Every 3 months, audit your subscriptions. Go through your bank or credit card statements line by line. Ask, am I using this? Is it essential? If the answer isn't a hard yes, cancel it immediately. You don't need 4 different platforms to stream TV. You don't need 6 different productivity apps. You don't need that fitness subscription when you haven't worked out in 5 months. Set your money to grow on autopilot, not disappear. Because when you're intentional with your cash, $9.99 doesn't just disappear. It compounds into freedom. Number 8. Video games. The $70 distraction that could cost you millions. Let's be clear. I'm not saying video games are evil. They're fun. They're social. They're a great way to unwind. But for some people, gaming isn't a hobby anymore. It's a financial and time black hole. Just think about it. The $70 game, monthly passes, DLCs, in-game purchases, upgraded consoles every few years. You're burning thousands a year on digital pixels, while your real-world savings sit at zero. That $25,000 could have been growing in an S&P 500 account. Instead, it's sitting in your digital inventory next to a glowing sword and a car skin you haven't used in 8 months. Pro tip: if you spend more hours gaming than learning, earning, or investing, you're playing yourself. Your time is your most expensive currency. And no, grinding to level up in a game isn't the same as grinding to level up in life. Video games are designed to reward you fast, while real success rewards you slow. That's why it's so tempting. And that's why it's so dangerous. Now, if you love gaming, turn it into a skill. Stream it, review it, build games, create content, coding. Use the passion, but build wealth too, because the biggest boss battle you'll ever face is with your own time and habits. Number 9, gambling. The dream that's draining your reality. They sell you the dream, hit the jackpot, turn $10 into $10,000, one spin, and your life changes forever. Sounds exciting, right? But here's the truth. Gambling isn't a side hustle. It's a wealth transfer from the hopeful to the house. Let that sink in. Over $100 billion lost every year. And the winners? Casinos, betting apps, lotto companies, not you. Pro tip: gambling isn't about winning. It's about keeping you playing. The occasional win is bait. It hits your dopamine. Then you start chasing it until you're down more than you even want to admit. It starts as fun. Then it turns into missed bills, broken trust, secret debts, financial anxiety. All for a chance, not a guarantee. If you'd taken that same money and put it in a Roth IRA, a side business, or a skill course, you'd be miles ahead today. Gambling costs more than money. It costs time, focus, and your future peace of mind. If you're gambling to escape, to feel alive, or to fix your money problems, know this: you're not alone. But the fix won't come from a slot machine. There's zero shame in getting help. There's freedom in saying, I'm done giving my future to the house. Number 10, dining out. The $12 burger that's costing you $12,000. Lunch with friends, Friday night takeout, morning coffee run. It doesn't seem like a big deal until you check your bank statement. The average American household spends over $3,500 a year eating out. That's $70 a week on food that's usually less healthy, way overpriced, and gone in 15 minutes. Let's do the math. Spend $20 a day eating out, that's $600 a month. Over 5 years, that's $36,000. And guess what? You don't even remember what you ate last Wednesday. Pro tip: you don't have to give up restaurants. Just treat them like luxuries, not habits. Try the 2x rule. If you're going to eat out, match that amount into savings or investments. $30 dinner, put $30 into your Roth IRA too. Eating at home saves more than cash. It builds better health, more control, less waste, and yes, a fatter wallet. That $12 burrito bowl could have been 3 shares of a dividend stock, or gas for your side hustle, or part of next month's rent. Small choices equals big impact. You don't need to stop dining out. You just need to stop making it default. Number 11, bad rental property. When passive income turns into a money pit, everyone on social media is shouting, buy a rental property, build passive income, get rich while you sleep. But here's the part they don't post. That rental property could be the worst investment of your life if you bought the wrong one. Let's say you rushed in, bought a house in the wrong neighborhood with bad plumbing, unreliable tenants, and no positive cash flow. Now, you're not making money, you're bleeding it. Pro tip: a rental that costs you more than it earns each month isn't passive income, it's passive destruction. There's a reason 90% of first-time landlords give up within 5 years, because they underestimated maintenance, local tenant laws, vacancy periods, bad property managers, and emotionally draining stress. And let's be real, if your cash flow is only $200 a month, one broken water heater wipes out your profit for the whole year. Want a rental that actually makes money? Follow these golden rules. Buy in a market you understand, not just because it's cheap. Run the 1% rule. Rent equals 1% of purchase price per month. Always budget 20 to 30% for vacancy plus repairs. Screen tenants like your life depends on it, because financially, it does. Get everything in writing, especially with friends or family. Real estate is powerful, but only when it's done smart. Don't buy hype, buy wisely. Because a bad rental isn't an asset, it's a liability with a front door. Number 12. Gourmet kitchen appliances. The $1,200 blender that blends your bank account. You've got marble countertops, a built-in espresso machine, a Wi-Fi-enabled fridge. But guess what? You still order takeout 5 nights a week. That $300 air fryer, the $1,200 blender, the $2,000 6-burner chef stove, they look amazing on your Instagram story, but they're quietly burning a hole in your wallet. Pro tip: buying luxury kitchen gear won't make you a chef, just like buying gym equipment won't give you abs. It's called the aspirational lifestyle trap. Spending money to look like someone who lives a certain way, without actually living that way. Want real wealth? Buy tools you'll actually use, not ones that impress people who don't live in your house. Let's be real. If your goal is financial freedom, that $6,000 could have gone into index funds, a business course, or even actual groceries. You don't need a chef's kitchen. You need a chef's habits. Because a $50 skillet that gets used every day is 10 times more valuable than a $5,000 oven that just sits there looking pretty. Fancy appliances don't build wealth. Discipline does. Number 13. Overkill Tech. The $3,000 setup you use to check emails. Let's talk about Overkill Tech. Buying gadgets so advanced you feel like Tony Stark, but use them like your grandma. You've got a $2,500 MacBook, a $1,000 iPhone, $600 noise-canceling headphones, $350 mechanical keyboard, and don't forget the $199 webcam for Zoom quality you never turned on. If the tech is doing more than you are, you don't own it. It owns you. You don't need a NASA-level workstation to check email, watch YouTube, post on Instagram, or write notes you'll never revisit. It's not about what your tech can do. It's what you're doing with it. You paid thousands for performance, but all you really bought was distraction and debt. Pro tip: before buying a device, ask yourself, will this make me money, save me time, or make me better at what I do? If the answer is no, step away from the shopping cart, because in the end, you can't swipe to success. You've got to grind for it, and no amount of pixels, frames per second, or M1 chips will do that for you. Next up, a lifestyle expense that feels grown up, but keeps your finances stuck in student mode. So keep watching. Number 14. Get Rich Quick courses. The $997 shortcut to staying broke. You've seen it. The guy in a rented Lamborghini, wearing shades indoors, holding a whiteboard, yelling, "Buy my course and I'll show you how I made $100,000 in 30 days without working a 9-to-5 job." But here's the catch. These so-called Get Rich Quick courses, they're making someone rich, just not you. Pro tip: the business model isn't teaching you, it's selling to you. You're not buying knowledge. You're buying hope in HD resolution, and hope is not a strategy. Let's be clear, not all courses are bad, but if it promises no effort, overnight success, guaranteed results, that's not a course, that's a con wrapped in confidence. If you're serious about growing, start with free YouTube content. Buy $20 books from real experts. Test things on your own dime, at your own pace. And always remember, if someone's making millions from teaching a system, why aren't they just using that system themselves? The real path to wealth? It's slow. It's boring. It involves patience, not pitch decks. Meanwhile, build skills, solve problems, earn real money. Because shortcuts don't lead to success. They usually lead you in circles. Number 15. Alcohol. The $9 drink that's costing you $90,000. Let me explain. $9 beer, $14 cocktail, $26 for 2 rounds and a tip. Seems harmless, right? But add that up, weekend after weekend, year after year, and you've got a habit that's quietly bleeding your bank account. Let's do the math. Spend just $60 a week on alcohol, that's $3,120 per year. Over 10 years, you've lost over $30,000, not counting hangovers, regrets, or drunk Amazon purchases. Alcohol isn't just draining your wallet, it's draining your energy, focus, and future too. Let's keep it real. You're not networking. You're not relaxing. You're just escaping. And it's expensive. You don't need to quit forever. But if you're drinking out of boredom, stress, or habit, you're literally paying to stay stuck. Want to flex in 10 years? Skip the flex this weekend. Put that $60 toward stocks, skills, your side hustle, or your freedom fund. Alcohol doesn't ruin you overnight. It's death by 1,000 swipes. And most people don't realize it until it's too late. You don't need another round. You need a reason to not need one. Because every drink you say no to, you're saying yes to a richer future. The lifestyle addiction that's normalized in America, but secretly traps you in a cycle of spending and status anxiety. Number 16. Expensive partner. When your relationship is costing more than it's worth. Let's say you're dating someone, and every outing feels like a credit card commercial. $200 dinners, $500 gifts, $2,000 vacation you couldn't afford. But hey, they're worth it, right? Or are you just buying their approval? If loving them feels like financing them, you're not in a relationship. You're in debt with a side of dopamine. An expensive partner doesn't just drain your wallet. They drain your mental peace, your confidence, and your future plans. Here's the truth no one says out loud. A person who demands wealth before you build it will disappear the second the money does. You want love? Find someone who respects your budget, your hustle, and your boundaries. Because true partnership isn't built on how much you spend. It's built on how well you grow together. The right partner multiplies your wealth. The wrong one bleeds it dry, one brunch at a time. Love shouldn't bankrupt you. If it does, it's not love. It's lifestyle cosplay. You don't need someone who wants luxury. You need someone who wants legacy. How to build a wealthy life without chasing validation, status, or soul-sucking habits. And remember, your money deserves a partner, not a parasite. There you go. 16 habits that look harmless on the surface, but under the hood, they're quietly destroying your financial future. You don't need to fix everything overnight, but the moment you start becoming aware of these money traps, that's the moment you start winning. Want to be rich? Forget going viral. Forget get rich quick. Just stop doing what broke people do, like this video. Share it with someone who needs a reality check, and hit subscribe, because your bank account deserves better than average advice. This is your financial wake-up call. Now go out there and build the life you actually want.